It's time
Hey
to
now.
dad.
Hey guys, welcome back to Time to Dad this week. Before we even get there, this is a podcast if you're joining us for the first time. By dads, for dads, with dads from all different parts of the country. We kind of stick to the East Coast though. I mean, we're pretty East Coast centric really, but different dads,
that
same
JT
beards. Same beards, different dads. That was our working title before we started the show. But this week we're going to talk about fall, family, football. It's my favorite time of the year.
I love it.
And I am joined by Nick and JT. If anybody out there doesn't know who's here, and I'm Jason. But I think it's a great time of year because the temperature is perfect, but at least where I live, like in New England, we don't have a lot of like great day. Like it's a crapshoot. It can be, hit or miss. But in the fall, that's the best temperature time when you want to be outside. Of course, you're really in like morning as you reach towards the winter. You have to bring the kids inside, which is awful also. But I think you got a lot of time to do outdoor things, which means the kids have time for it, which means and now of course the elephant in the room is the Sundays and the football games and things like that, and trying to balance dad time, personal time, kids time, not getting yelled at by your wife, all these different things. Not my problem anymore, hashtag. But what do you guys think? What's a big thing during the fall that you find enjoyable, and are there any frustrations with the kids and different events going on, Nick? I know you got kids that are older playing sports.
Fall is fucking insane for me.
Yeah.
Jen was pretty much forcing us into having Emerson play soccer. Both his cousins play soccer. And so I was like, all right, we're going to do soccer. And at the same time, he'll be 7 at the start of spring baseball season, which means he moves up to machine pitch. And I was like, well, fuck, I don't want him to start because spring is like for us anyways, it's the more aggressive season. It's the season where we're out there to win. We've got the all-star teams, there's tournaments. And so I was like, well, I don't want his first season of machine pitch for him to just be thrown to the wolves. So
what the fuck is a machine pitch?
It's a machine.
That? You never seen the machine.
But that's a spring machine. It sits at They put it at home plate, and the whole game is played with the machine pitching, or like on the pitcher's
on the
mound?
pitcher's mound. Yeah.
They put it, and then so the whole game there's an automatic pitcher that's just.
Well, it's not automatic. It's a spring-loaded pitch device that has like a spring-loaded arm. Yeah, the coach does.
Got it.
And and you get 3 pitches out of the machine, and if they don't end up swinging at them all and striking out, then they get up to 2 pitches from a coach. It's actually really controversial in the baseball coaching Facebook groups. A lot of people argue that that's
crazy.
Setting. Yeah, well, and I kind of agree. A lot of people
like it. I've never heard of
it. You don't though,
it.
Because the claim is that it doesn't set kids up for success for when they move into player pitch, because there's nothing to fucking time. You pull a lever and this arm just moves and slingshots the ball. It's like it's literally like a catapult for a baseball, the way this thing is designed. It's an arm that's spring loaded, and you pull the other arm and it basically just whoosh, and throws the ball at the kid.
Can you see the ball? Like at what point can you see the ball?
You can see the ball the whole time. You can see it in a little chute.
So then you should be able to. That should help.
Yeah,
right?
but you don't see a kid step. You don't see an arm come back. All you just see is this little thing go and launch a ball. So I can see the argument of both sides. The difference is this machine pitches at anywhere from 40 to 42 miles an hour is what our league requires, which there ain't a coach that's coach pitching at 42 miles an hour. So the kids are at least having to get the bat around a lot quicker, and they're going to, be ready for pitches. But it's a really controversial topic. But I mean, back to what you had asked, it's a shit show, man, because we're doing soccer and baseball. And so, because they know kids often do multiple sports in fall, there's a Monday practice and a Thursday practice. And so the Monday practice is fine, But the Thursday practice also, that comes right after his soccer practice. So I get him from his after school program. I take him to soccer, and then we head straight over to baseball. And then to further make it just more of a shit show, all of his games are on Saturdays, and they're usually back to back. So last week was the first week of all that shit. It was a lot, man, and he kept up with it, and he didn't get tired or lethargic, and he participated in both, which is cool. But it's a lot. I knew it was going to be a lot. My wife, she knew it was going to be a lot too. So she's like, well, you kind of sank your own ship. So figure that shit out, because it's also her peak wedding season for her photography business. So she can usually make it to one game Saturday, but not both. So it's a lot for me to deal with, but I love it, man. And I'm not coaching soccer because I've never played fucking soccer other than like backyard ball. But I'm still helping assistant coach with his baseball team. But yeah, I mean, it tires him out. It wears him out. It keeps him doing shit outside, which has always been our goal. Every parent, as much as we try to avoid it, he still gets on electronics at home, but I try to make sure he's out in the back. We started doing like a point system because he really wants Mario Maker 2, which for any dads out there that have gaming systems, that games nowadays aren't like $40. It's like $80 fucking dollars for a game. So he'd been begging me for the Nintendo Switch game, and I was like, well, I'll make a bargain with you. I'll give you X amount of points for every time you come out and practice with me in the backyard, and we take some cuts for 15, 20 minutes. I'll give you X amount of points. And so that's kind of been working to get him outside a little more. And then eventually he'll have enough points and I'll have to buy him the fucking game. But I mean, that's acceptable to me if it gets him outside and being active versus, sitting in the house and shit. So, but yeah, it's chaotic. Fall's chaotic. I mean, even outside of sports, sports within the home, you've got the NFL games, right? And college, if you keep up with college sports, which I would argue is harder than keeping up with the damn NFL teams. But then you've also got all the fall activities. The wife wants to take fall photos. You got to go to the pumpkin patch. You got to go costume shopping. You got to, if you have a wife like mine, half our fucking house is filled with Halloween decorations hidden in every closet. So you got to go find all this shit and put it out in the yard. I got to put my damn lights up for Halloween. It's a
lot of work.
It's one of next to Christmas, it's probably my most favorite time of year just because I love the fall. I like it being cold. I like wearing a sweatshirt. But it's like the busiest time for us.
Crazy.
I can relate. Although everybody that's watched the show knows I'm not a huge sports fan. However, I'm a fat man, so I like to get colder. You can always put more clothes on,
right?
After you take so much off, it gets weird or illegal.
Yeah.
So, and here in Texas, we experience winter or fall and summer in the same day. Started out at 68 degrees this morning, and then before the day was up, it was 93.
Oh, fuck no.
So yeah. So this is the time of year where people get sick regularly.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I'm fighting some bullshit now that I think my son brought home.
Yeah, same here. We don't have to worry about Jasper bringing anything home. We're all home anyway.
So y'all are the ones giving him the junk.
No, well, more or less. But no, I'm getting ready for hunting season. Sundays and Mondays are my days off, so those pretty much stay spoken for. Fall, my wife and I, we have this deal that any other time of year you can make all the plans in the world for me. You just tell me what weekend you want to do this or do that. That's cool. But come hunting season, leave me alone. I'm out of pocket. I'll give you Christmas and Thanksgiving, but don't make plans for me. If I have free time, my time will be spent hunting. or hunting or fishing. Most time during this time of year, it's hunting.
Yeah.
But even then, just now with school, I'm having to use PTO to do this or do that with my EMS classes.
Mm-hmm.
So I may not even get to go out on opening weekend.
I mean, being a first responder type job, they don't encourage that at all, or offer you any kind of benefit to just take a paid day for that kind of training.
Well, I'm a volunteer firefighter.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Secondly, the EMT classes that I'm taking have nothing to do with my fire department. So,
that's shitty.
So I'm just, they don't. We got clinicals where we have to go and spend like 48 or 60 hours of clinical time on a truck,
like a ride along in the ambulance.
We have to go spend more or less, but we have to perform certain things to be certified by the state, and then we have we got to spend like 32 hours in the ER. So and all of this is obviously it's not paid. Yeah. So I'm going to have to use PTO to cover some of those days that I have to do those clinicals. And so I'm not even certain I'll be able to get to go out on opening weekend. But nonetheless, I plan to go hunting. But yeah, this time of year, things tend to slow down for me in that sense. Obviously, we do Halloween for the fire department, so that's kind of a big deal. But I don't really keep up with sports, so that's just one less thing. But we do Sunday meals with my folks. So obviously, you got Thanksgiving you got to worry about, but outside of that, it's been pretty laid back considering. I've got a 2-year-old, so he's not really doing much yet, but I am looking forward to him being old enough to go sit in a deer stand with me. That's something that I'm actually.
You can't take him at 2. Maybe not rifle hunting.
No. But it's not even that I'm worried about his safety. It's that just I'll never get anything. I'll never shoot anything while I'm fluffy.
It's like fishing with fucking Emerson, man. He's like dangling his legs out of the kayak, fucking scaring every fish within a 1/4-mile radius on the lake of us. And then he's like, "Why didn't we catch anything?" I'm like, "I don't know, dude. But like, look what you're doing." Ridiculous.
But no, it's definitely something I'm looking forward to doing doing together with him. Obviously, my wife does not share the same feelings about hunting. She doesn't care. I just now got her comfortable in eating deer meat, so she's kind of one of those ones that as she knows how it happened, but she didn't want to see it happen. She didn't want to talk about it. So,
dude, it's better than the shit that happens to that chicken breast she wants on her salad. At least you know where it's coming from, man.
I can speak on that. I can speak on that too. I used to work on the chicken farms, so
I mean,
yeah. But
yeah, now there's a topic. Yeah. There's like a whole episode right there.
Yeah, yeah.
JT, like a special.
I love those arguments, man. When people come out, and they're like, why the fuck are you killing these poor animals? Like, you can go buy a hamburger. Oh yeah, hamburger that came from China or God knows fucking where it was processed. I wish I could hunt. I never really got into it, and I feel like at 30, how old am I now? 39 years old. It's probably not the best time, and I don't need any more expensive ass hobbies. So
it's not. It's actually not.
You fucking say that, man. By the time I get some comfy bibs, I get a tree stand, I get a decent rifle, man. I'm quite a few grand in the hole. I feel like.
Yeah, there's a startup cost.
Yeah, exactly.
Initial investment.
Overall, it's relatively inexpensive to maintain. I mean, now
to get started. No.
If you use a lease, if you have a lease, you may have to go and pay an annual fee. But heck, here in Texas, we got the national forest. You can go hunt in.
Well, you can hunt in the national forest in Texas. Can't do that here.
You can't. You can. You just can't take any ATVs or anything like that.
You gotta hoof
the
it?
farther you are out in the woods, the farther you got to drag that.
Yeah.
And
that's the other thing. I'd be wheeling a deer out of the woods that weighs more than I fucking do.
Can you do like a dog sled?
I mean, they make carts and in
just
theory
have like
you
hunting
could
dogs pull like a sleigh. that would work, dude. They'd love it.
But in theory, they do have stuff where it makes hauling something out of there a little easier. But you got to think, obviously, you're going through a forest, so there's uneven terrain everywhere.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a fun day.
Can you bring like a Clydesdale with like a fucking like a?
Oh, that's a good.
Like
can you take horseback in there,
them, dude? Yeah, man. Can you bring a horse to drag that shit out?
Probably not. Probably not.
Horses take big ass shits in the woods. They don't like that.
It would be highly discouraged even then because people shooting shit before that.
True. So it caps your horse, and you're like, well, shit.
Would not be staying very quiet while I'm trying to shoot.
Yeah.
But but they make carts. They make carts where you can wheel them out yourself.
Electric? Can you get an electric cart?
Dude's dragging a deer out of the woods with a Segway with off-road tires.
Potential, like I see a business opportunity. I mean, if you can like fabricate an electric like cart that pulls the fucking deer out of there, I mean, that's a big help.
It's got to run on DeWalt or Milwaukee batteries though, or nobody will buy it.
I mean, it's got to have a certain range, otherwise you're fucked anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, how far into the woods are you going? But I mean, it's gonna have a 30-mile. Like how far are you going? I guess. Like I mean,
yeah, a lot of it depends on how far you're going. But the thing is, like
to walk
20
miles is a long time.
You can't really set up any structures or like if you have a tree stand, you have to take it with you.
You got to pack in the stand?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, like in national
carts,
that's like 60, 70 pounds.
Really just depends on how willing you are to go out and get that hunt. And I'm the type of guy, I like to be in my stand before the sun even comes up. So there's no way I'm wheeling all kinds of shit that I need to get out there into the woods at 4 a.m. just to try and get set up before the sun rises. Because no, screw that shit. I like my lease because I can set up my camper out there.
Cost of ownership, this is a real money spot.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all just pixie dust.
It's not a horrible call.
Just lease action. Most people in my business, most people I work with lease vehicles. I would lease my hunting stand space for sure. I mean, I don't want to buy it.
Well, see, we lease some property from a timber company.
Yeah.
It's all open. I mean, there's no fences. This isn't like you're shooting pets or anything like that.
No.
I say that because I see a lot of people hunt. They hunt these clubs. They have all this game fence set up around them. Sorry, those fucking pets. But we lease from the timber company. We set on about 300 or 400 acres, and we've got several people in our little group that pay a certain amount of the lease fee, and we all have stands set up throughout the property, and that's kind of our thing. We just go out there and hunt our stands, and if we want to go somewhere else on the property and use somebody else's stand, we'll just give them a heads up. But overall, it's been pretty nice and cost effective. It's not bad. So, but
we'll stick to fishing.
I look forward to sharing the experience with Jasper, though.
Yeah, buddy.
So they were saying, you talk about fishing. You ice fish? You ever ice fish?
No, never done that. That's a north.
So
that's up your way.
Up here we have Lake Winnipesaukee. So Lake Winnipesaukee, as long as I've remembered, anyways, with the exception of more recently a couple of winters, like it will freeze and you can go out across the whole thing like with a truck, with a house. Like it's very, very strong.
Yeah.
It's the only sanctioned ice runway by the by like the flight administration. Like you can actually land a plane. It's the only ice approved runway
Yeah,
in
we
the
don't
United States.
we don't stay consistently cold enough to get a thick enough ice
Crazy.
around here.
No, man, we used to take snowmobiles and you'd be out in the middle of the whole lake, like basically.
Just zipping
like, and it was
across that
frozen.
bitch. That would scare the fuck out of me. I don't care how
It's
thick
kind
that
of
is.
scary. I mean, you open it right up, but I mean, you're not the first person.
I mean, I do like the idea of it. You just go out with some buddies. You got your little tent. You got your little heater. You got fucking radio and some poles and a drill, and you fucking hang out for a few. I mean, I like the idea of it. Other than freezing your balls off.
Yeah. I mean, that's why you got the little house.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's still gotta be brisk though. I mean, unless you got some fancy ass, hut.
Yeah.
I always think you remember the movie Grumpier Old Men where they go out and they ice fish together and shit. I always think of that movie when somebody mentions ice fish. I just picture a bunch of old dudes just nagging each other and talking shit while they're out there pounding some Beast Light or something on top of the lake.
Yeah. No, it's tough. It's tough to get outside when it's that cold, and that's when we all get sick. And kids, I've been having some success because I'm kind of been forced into the role, but I'm readjusting to like a 5-year-old boy now that I have like the 3 different age groups, and his like energy level is fierce. Like it's exponentially grows from like 2 to 3 to 4. Like he is just like off the wall, and it's been interesting trying to like strategize how to like tire them out without them like breaking your shit and different things. Like
sports, man.
It's
sports is where
it's very interesting. Yeah.
Discovered that 2-year-olds, they low key have like meth head energy. It's fucking crazy.
They're passed out one minute, and the next minute they're fucking doing laps in the backyard. You're like, wait, what the fuck just happened?
Give him 20 minutes to recharge, and he is like a bull.
If they catch one nap out of sync, man, your whole day is fucked up because you just fully recharged their battery.
Here lately, he's been getting to a point where he wants to wake up at like 4:30 in the morning and get up and go play right away.
Yeah. No, Emerson gets up at like 6:30, and then he got up at 6:30 this morning. Usually he'll just come in our room and try and snuggle with Mama and I, and we're like, whatever, and we can get another, half hour of sleep. But sometimes
that's my Daniel Tiger time. That's usually what I'll do.
You got to get on that K-pop demon. I hear that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, but that's usually they'll watch something like that, and I'll just go back to sleep for 45 minutes or an hour. But
right.
All right. So, quick question.
Oh, was that a South Park reference?
No, there's some fucking kid show called like K-pop Demon Hunter, and apparently it's like a musical show, and apparently all the parents, it's like really catchy jams. Yeah, Google it, and then you can curse me out later because shit'll be stuck in your head. But
catchy jams.
Yeah, catchy jams.
But quick question. I mean, whenever y'all get into fall mode, I mean, obviously, I know there's a lot of family time associated with that. But is there any activities that you like to do kind of all to yourself, like watching a football game, or is it something you like to include
take care of the lawn? That's my me time every week.
Love that.
Fall is like the last hoorah of lawn care for the year, because once winter hits and the grass, goes dormant and stops growing, there ain't shit to do. But no, I don't think I have any fall activities, man. I mean, other than, helping Emerson with baseball, I don't do any shit.
You don't like your NFL games by yourself or nothing? You like that?
No, I mean,
Emerson
I'm
involved?
fortunate enough that my wife likes football just as much as I do, even though she's a fucking 49ers fan. But I'm pretty fortunate that she enjoys the sport as much as me, so we don't have to fight over the TV. Unless both our teams are playing and are aired at the same time, and then it becomes a shit show of who gets to watch which game. But no, she likes football, so I got pretty lucky in that world that I don't have to sit there and argue about why I'm always watching football or, checking my fantasy lineup and shit like that.
You don't ever catch yourself being scheduled like an event by your wife, and then like you have to steal away a minute to look at your phone and catch a score or something like that?
No, I mean, I don't take it that seriously. I know there's dudes out there that play in big money leagues, but most of my leagues, they're like $50 and under to buy into the league. And the biggest pot's like $500 if you win the season. It's not worth me checking that. Like if I lose, I'll be okay, bro. Like it's not a big deal. But I know there are dads out there that take that shit like super fucking serious. Jason, you take fantasy serious, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, there's people who take it more serious, but I've done it for over a decade, and same league, and I have other leagues that are doing that I didn't like. I actually cut it way back. I have a dynasty league, which basically, if you join a league like that, you have to stay in it forever because like you have your team forever.
Yeah.
So like a lot of those players don't leave your team. You can keep them forever if you want to.
It's basically like running your own franchise, right?
Yeah, you have an initial draft and then you just keep that's just your team like forever and ever. But yeah, I take it somewhat serious, but with kids it's harder. Like I used to it's a research thing. Like you try to catch a little podcast or watch something so that you can figure out who you want to start or not and just be like mindful of that. But it is exciting to kind of pay attention unless you're sucking and not doing well.
Yeah, I've had some bad seasons where I just even stopped setting my fucking lineups. It was so fucked.
Yeah.
What was it? It was one of the COVID seasons where it was just my God, every fucking top player was just injured on the IR list. It was a fucking miserable season. Like if you had a 60 to 70 point like game, like you were doing good for the week. So everybody was just fucked up and hurt.
It's a humble.
I don't understand the point system.
I mean,
I don't understand the point system. I have never played fantasy football.
So you pick your players and they're ranked by people that's all they do is analyze sports numbers and you do a little research, you do your draft, you pick your people. You can only have so many number of positions of players and then they play the game. And based on how they perform in that game and how your league is set up, let's say your wide receiver, makes X amount of catches for X amount of yards and they get 3 touchdowns. Depending on how your league scoring is set up, they earn you points based on their performance.
I got it.
So these would be pretty much active rosters, right? So you'd actually go and pick, okay, so-and-so from this team, I want him on my fantasy team. So if he does well in a game, then what he does in that game contributes to your score in fantasy football.
Yeah, it really doesn't have much to do with the score of their game. It's they add points to your team by performing well.
Hear me out on this, okay?
Do you have a simple explanation?
It'd be like if we took the 20 best hunters in Texas and we drafted which one we liked, and then they would go out on a Sunday for the day, and whatever they caught, however big that deer was, they would accrue points based on like the weight and bring it back, and then next Sunday they'd go out again. So you want your hunter to fucking to catch the biggest deer.
Yeah.
And then because it's your guy.
Man, I'm honored that you took a moment to put that into dumb Texas Hunter terms.
Well, no, like it
Thank
doesn't
you for
matter
that.
what the
Thank
other
you for
hunters
that.
are doing. It matters what you did. Like 'cause
Yeah.
you were thinking, oh, the
Yeah.
team. It's not a team thing. It's individual
Yeah.
shit.
Right.
I mean, you can have one player
Right.
play like absolute shit, and then you can have another player boom and go well beyond
Right.
what anybody projected they would do, and kind of balance it out. So, I mean, it's fun. It's like I said, there's different levels that people get. There's some people that don't even pick their own players; they just let the computer auto pick their players during the draft. There's other people that got all kinds of cheat sheets and spreadsheets and analytics in the background when it just depends on how much time you've got and want to invest into it, and how much money you want to put into it too. There's some big baller leagues out there that are like thousands and thousands of dollars to buy into the league that are on the at stake. So
Right.
I've heard Joe talk about some of the stuff that he puts.
we'll have to get with
Yeah,
some of our
$250
friends and the
leagues and stuff.
podcast one year and just do one for shits and giggles so you can see. The trash talking is where it's at.
Right. Yeah, I'm really good at that.
Yeah, I mean, my leagues are like, they're mostly fun leagues. There's nobody that takes it. Like, we determined our draft order this year by they had the Joey's or the Hebrew Nationals hot dog eating contest. So the way we determined our draft was we picked the quantity of hot dogs eaten that would win that competition. And so everybody gave 86 hot, whatever the fuck it was. And whoever, Price is Right, whoever was the closest without going over is first, and so on. I mean, so we keep it fun. Yeah. It can be as stupid or as serious as you want it to be. So.
Right.
I've heard good things. Like, Joey Chestnut's back to the hot dog.
Yeah, he won it. He won it with I want to say it was 86 hot dogs, and I guessed like 84.
Yeah, dude.
So I was pick number one.
So I remember when the record was only like 50 or 60 hot dogs, and then Joey Chestnuts comes along and Kobayashi, and I remember when he did
Kobayashi,
76 on the 4th of July for 1776, and people were like, "That's the most American thing that's ever happened."
This is why we have obesity in America.
That's a lot of fucking hot dogs.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
They have a women's group now for the hot dog eating contest.
Yeah.
Women eating I think 40 something hot dogs won it for the women, 40 or 50 something. Bro, if I eat 2 hot dogs and have a beer, I'm done eating for the next 8 hours. Maybe.
Yeah,
I might have some
chips.
I've
done is 3 or 4.
Yeah. Or glizzies, as the kids call them these days.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
You don't want to see how many dogs you can cram in your mouth?
Where I get really sick, because I know I'll get violently sick, and I don't want to push it. But I've never really had a problem. I've eaten 5 or 6. I could definitely see. I still was hungry at that point, so it could get bad, but definitely not 40 to 70.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying.
I bet I could put down 10.
Where does it fucking go? Where, even if you took the compressed packs of hot dogs and you laid out 80 something, where that stack would be taller than my body.
Yeah, that's just,
I don't know.
I get sick.
Welcome to America. Freedom. Eat as many hot dogs as you fucking want.
Right.
So, all right. So what I'm hearing is when we finally get together as a Time to Dad group, we're going to have a hot dog eating contest. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, and we're going to have our fantasy draft.
Yep, at the same time.
Yeah.
Whoever eats the most gets choice of pick.
We could go to Disney World as a dad team and rent out some fancy ass conference room, one of their big hotels, and we'll do that.
Yep.
Fucking the combo platter of it.
Yep.
We'll make Joe pay for the whole thing.
Yeah, we will. With his pixie dust. Yeah. Yep. He'd be down for that.
Yeah.
We just won't tell him until we get there and we ask for his credit card.
Yeah. No, we'll just act like
Oh.
we'll just act like we're all in because he's not going to say no.
Yeah.
Bigger
Could
make
you-
it, bigger it is.
Could you imagine getting hot dogs at a Disney resort? I mean, come on.
Dude,
Well,
man.
I think
I
we
feel
could
like that's
bring
all
in
I
our
could
own
afford
stuff.
at Disney. After paying a left testicle to get my family in there, hot dogs is what we're eating. Hot
They had
dogs and
some
free
good-
water.
They have hot dogs they got like true like foot.
They got the Frankfurters there?
They're huge at Disney.
They better have
those,
chili and
I have a
cheese.
picture of my son. My son was like 2, and I took a picture of him holding one, dude.
He's got
It's like bigger than
like it's a
him.
trophy
It was so
fish
funny.
trying to hold it up.
Right in front of the baseball, right in front of that like
That's fucking funny.
Casey at the bat baseball little food area they have on Main Street.
Nice. Man, if I
American
went to
something.
Disney World at this age, I'd argue I'd probably have more fun than my son.
You would think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
We went there when the marching band in high school every spring we did like a week-long spring trip somewhere to a competition, and one year we ended up down there, and so we got I think we had 2 days in the park down there. I had a fucking blast.
Well, there's a big movement for Disney adults, and most of them that actually enjoy it, they don't have kids at all. They just like
Yeah,
go to Disney.
I know
and
there's like
just
a
have
whole
blast
like cult
drinking.
adult group movement that
Yep.
look at
can't
this
say
shit.
for
My
sure.
wife is sending me fucking Facebook messengers shit talking shit on my Vikings as we speak, man. Unacceptable.
You know, I saw the
Oh,
beginning of
okay.
that game, and I didn't finish it. And
Bro,
I did not think
it was
that
fucking
quarterback
rough,
was going to
man.
come back, dude.
But
I did not think
Well-
that kid was like in
Dude,
his
you gotta-
first real game.
You got to realize, man, he hasn't played a game of football in almost 2 years because of his injury, and this was his first actual pro game regular season. So I expected him to have. I fully expected us to lose that game. I expected some bullshit to happen and all the naysayers to fucking come out, man. And he tightened it fucking up at the end of the game there.
My dad said that they played a hell of a game. It was actually pretty close.
Yeah. I mean, the Vikings are known for that shit of late game comebacks and playing from behind. And, but I fully expected him to look like trash the first game. And he did the first, 2.5, 3 quarters. It just wasn't clicking, dude. We put all that money into the O-line. So he has an O-line to protect him. Just shit wasn't clicking, man, and the game was moving really fast. Every play he was fighting the down clock to get the ball off, and I mean, when you're that young, you need more time, and it looked like in the fourth quarter he finally just, I don't know what clicked for him, but he finally started to settle in the pocket and calm down. He did start firing the ball quicker. He was zipping them in there like Aaron Rodgers style in the fourth quarter, which I think contributed because the first few quarters, he got how many? I'd have to look at the stat, but he had a lot of blocked passes in the first half because he's just lollygagging the ball out there. And of course, some big ass fucking 7-foot lineman's just going to stand up and swat it. But
They had the pick six.
Speaking of Aaron Rodgers.
they did have one pick
Speaking of
six,
Aaron
right?
Rodgers, my dad, I talk to my dad all the time, and he keeps up with the Steelers. That's his team. He said Aaron Rodgers is playing for him.
Yeah.
So am I mistaken in hearing that he had retired and now he's back?
No. So he didn't retire necessarily. He kind of was on the fence about it, but he played for the Jets last year. Kind of like Semi said he was done, but he didn't go like a full season without playing or anything like that. And he was on the Jets the year before, but he blew out his Achilles and missed the whole year. But he was pretty bad. But the Jets could ruin anyone. Like the Jets could take Tom Brady and make him look like dog shit. Like they have a very special gift in that way. But the Steelers are a better fit for him. DK Metcalf is a better fit for him.
You
Just
know who
throw
your
it to
boy
a
JJ
monster.
got compared to over the weekend? Tom Brady. You got to look it up. Lot of chatter about how JJ looks like Tom Brady.
Oh yeah.
Same school. They're
Well.
both what, Michigan boys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be fine. I mean,
I'm okay with it, but Tom Brady played like ass for a long
Nobody's
time
gonna-
before he finally got it together. So I hope
Sure.
that doesn't happen.
sure, like that doesn't really mean anything. That just means like he's not a super athletic white guy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's
Right.
Like,
So-
I hope he's Tom Brady because he obviously can't run or do a lot of things.
He did run.
But,
Did you?
I mean,
Did
this
you watch
might
him
be a
run?
supreme-
He had a he scored a
he's
touchdown. He scored
Yeah,
a
big.
touchdown.
He's got to run
Well,
better
this-
than Tom Brady. Tom Brady couldn't run. For
No,
shit.
Tom Brady was like,
This might be a supremely
Concrete
controversial
leg.
statement, but fuck Tom Brady.
Why is
Fuck
that?
Tom Brady.
I mean,
I'm like I know plenty of people that would probably try
yeah,
to
but that's people hating on success, man.
No. Here's my problem. Okay?
Nobody can
So
argue
when
Tom Brady's
Brady
not a
came
good
into
quarterback, a great quarterback.
No. I won't dispute that. However, I remember the first game that he came in for was a Super Bowl that Drew Bledsoe was playing. He got injured, and then he got injured, and Brady came and finished the game, and then everybody said "fuck Drew Bledsoe," and just that was it.
No,
that was actually like
yeah.
the third game of the year. That wasn't in the Super Bowl. Yeah,
So that was like that.
but
and
yes,
Drew
that's how
Bledsoe back in the
Tom
day,
Brady
he was
became
fucking
Tom Brady.
dude,
Yeah.
Tom Brady
Yeah.
was like
And he
So,
definitely stole
not even
Drew
backup
Bledsoe's job.
quarterback for a
What's
while.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like just out of nowhere, he came out and finished the game that Drew Bledsoe started, and then all of a sudden he was just, I mean, like I said, he was a good quarterback from what I saw and everything like that. But fuck Tom Brady. Just 'cause-
I mean, I don't like him, but I can agree that he's a great quarterback.
But I'll say the most noteworthy thing I've heard about so far is this past weekend. The kicker for Steelers got a 60-yard touch.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? He kicked the
That's pretty
longest, or no, he broke it in preseason, didn't he? The longest field goal in
in the
NFL
preseason,
history.
there was one that wasn't sanctioned.
yeah,
There was one that doesn't count because it's preseason.
Yeah, it's
but
bullshit.
it was like 68
yeah, he booted
yards
the
or
fuck
something.
out of that thing.
Yeah,
That was in preseason.
Yeah,
that was but
So it
I
doesn't
think he
go,
kicked
like,
a
on
field
the
goal in
record.
game, but I don't know. Right.
But this past weekend did, though, correct?
If it's in a real game, yeah, it counts. If it's in a
speaking of
preseason
kickers,
game,
the 49ers might actually win some games because they just waived their kicker fucking Moody. That guy's trash.
yeah. They also like their quarterbacks hurt.
Oh yeah,
and
pretty.
a lot
Yeah, I
of
had to. I
players
wasn't
are
paying
hurt.
attention in one of my leagues, and I had to end up with fucking Purdy. Then he gets fucking hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I got Kyler
Well-
Murray, and I feel like that. I'm like, I don't really feel like very confident.
No,
with you, Kyler
Kyler's
Murray, but
consistent, but he's not. He's not going to have any crazy
Yeah.
games where he just scores you 30 fucking points and
whatever. Oh, like Josh Allen. Like
yeah,
that's-
what the fuck was
yeah,
that? I lost because dude, he was looking like trash. I was like, man, he's going to throw at least a pick six, and I'm going to win. Nope,
he
piss me the fuck
he's-
off.
He's pretty impressive when he can. Like him and Mahomes have that.
I'm
extra
happy
little
about
thing.
it because I bought a bunch of his pretty limited sports cards because I don't buy the expensive guys just because I don't want to throw money away. But I bought a bunch of cheap ass, like 1 of 5, 1 of 3 Josh Allen cards, and now they're worth some fucking money because he's playing well. So it's a pixie dust.
He's from around here. He's not. He's just doing this for the
Oh, is he?
money. He was a Patriots fan. There's lots of pictures of him as a kid with like the Patriots gear on.
Really?
Tom Brady
That's funny.
jerseys at the game and stuff. Yeah, he
Hmm.
he was from around this area and he liked the Pats. Which is funny.
Nice. Fucking Patriot.
So how we doing here? I mean, do we have confidence going into the fall? I mean, we've had 1 week of football and hunting. When's the first week of hunting? We could do a check back in on this.
First weekend of hunting here in Texas is the first weekend in November.
Okay,
We still gotta wait.
Oh,
that's
damn,
a
you got
ways.
time.
That's a ways. So
Yeah. Right now we're just trying to prep our lease and everything. planting feed plots and everything like that. So,
You can't take a bow or anything like that. You can't even hunt.
so bow season I think opens 2 weeks earlier than rifle season.
Ah.
I have a crossbow which I can in theory use. I just don't have. I just recently got it. I don't have everything I need for it.
Yeah.
So right now I'll just stick with my 270, my rifle.
270. Nice.
Are we feeling confident that we can get all these games done, Nick? I mean, is he going to miss some time? I mean, how dedicated are you? Are you like really on this?
To the sports stuff?
Yeah, man, that's intense. So
I
it's
mean,
2 games. So he's got 2 games on the same day every weekend, or they
every
alternate?
fucking weekend, man.
So Saturday's got 2 games always.
Yep. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up because
that's brutal, man.
I'm going through both schedules and I'm
Poor
like,
kid.
this is looking good. I got time. Like, we got time to get him lunch and snacks between. And then all of a sudden, baseball starts changing the fucking schedule because one of the leagues we regularly play lost a rookie team. So now they're redoing this and changing times.
Sanders
so
in the helicopter.
Yeah, there's a couple games where like we're gonna have to pick because if he's only going to be at the other game for 30 minutes, like I'm not driving 25 minutes across fucking town for him to be at a game for 30 minutes. I'm sorry. Not maybe if it was spring league, but it's fall ball. I'm not fucking doing that. So when we can realistically make it and it's not like a stressor, because I don't want him to stress out. He's there to have fun and be with his friends. So if we can realistically make it and he can actively participate for the majority of the game, we'll make it to everything. But there's a couple games where they do overlap, and I'm going to give him the choice of what he wants to do because I'm assistant coach, so I can say I'm not going to make it either, and the world will still turn. So I'll, the games that overlap, will say, all right, you can't make both. What do you want to do? And let him pick, and yeah, it'll be fine. It's just a lot. Yeah. He doesn't realize it though. I mean,
yeah,
it's pretty seamless what he seems. I pack his clothes.
Right.
Yeah, I pack his clothes for both. I pack his cleats for both and his equipment and last week we did have to cut out of practice a little early to make the Thursday practice, and so I let Coach know. I was like, hey, we gotta head to T-ball, and he was fine with it. But I wouldn't pull him out of a game early. So it's just a lot, but I like it, and I think it's good for him. It keeps him active. He's exercising, and then I vicariously lived through him on the baseball field, and just love working with those kids. So that's that's a highlight of my week is when we go to baseball, and I can work with all the kids and kind of be a kid myself.
Like real talk, check in, Nick, on the lawn. So the fall you focus on, you say you mulch it. So how you deal with acorns? Probably
no acorns.
I don't know. Is that no acorns? So you're just leafing and you pick them up, or
I mean,
digging everything up and putting down.
No,
okay.
No, I just aerated, overseeded, and fertilized today. I scalped the lawn yesterday. Guy came and aerated, and I put seed and fertilizer down today. So I'll be off the lawn for a few weeks.
Punched the shit out of it, dug it all up at that point, like rotated the lawn, kind of like put your pot, like put lots of holes in it.
Yeah. It helps with soil compaction. It gets air down in there. It allows the roots to kind of spread out. Yeah. So that goes on, and
acidity of the soil is like
you gotta fertilize because new grass seed's gonna eat everything out of the soil that's in there. So, but then there's people that like religiously blow leaves, and that's not. I have a mulching lawnmower, and when they start stacking up, I'll mulch them, and if it gets really thick somewhere, I might blow a tiny section of the yard where the leaves tend to build up a lot, but that whole going out and blowing leaves once a week, that shit's for the birds. Mulching the leaves, contrary to popular belief, unless you just have an ungodly amount of tree foliage that's falling on your lawn, or you let the leaves come down for like a whole fucking month before you decide to do anything, if you just go out there and run them over with the mower once a week and mulch them up, you will be perfectly fine. It's not going to, I don't care what kind of grass you have, it is not going to hurt your lawn.
That's nice. That's good to know.
Yeah. But I know there's people out there that will give it, they have leaf collection companies that are like $50 to suck up your leaves. So those people tend to wait a month or two and then blow all their leaves at once. And it becomes this whole chore. But I mean, if you have a mulching mower and you just go out and fucking run over those fresh leaves, once a week, maybe even every other week, your lawn will be perfectly fucking fine. I don't know who started this idea that you can't have a leaf on your yard, but that's bullshit. That's not going to hurt your shit. Now, if it rains and you've got
what that's like,
do what?
Never knew.
Oh, did we lose Jason?
Go on, educate me.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you get a heavy rain and you've got a decent leaf covering, that can fuck your shit up, because then the leaves get soggy. They can kind of work their way down into your lawn. They start decompose. You can get like fungus from that shit. You can, especially if you've got new grass coming in for the fall, you can get like little patches where that wet leaf basically suffocates it. So that's a little bit of a different animal. But as far as general leaf upkeep, just mulch that shit once every 2 weeks and you'll be fucking golden. Unless you have like Karen HOA that comes by and is like, I counted 6 leaves in your yard and I'm gonna, fine you $50. It's fine. Perfectly fine.
There's one main thing wrong with that statement. You mentioned HOA, so fuck that shit.
Yeah, I don't have an HOA.
But Jason, I think you'll be in agreement. After hearing him speak, I smell another expert episode
on the lawns. Oh yeah,
yeah. I can talk about lawns all day. My wife gives me shit, but then she's like posting pictures of our lawn on Facebook, like poking fun at me, and I'm like, man, you like pulling into the driveway and seeing the nice stripes and the green lawn. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right. So every time I hear the way Nick talks about his yard, and don't get me wrong, I love taking care of my lawn too. I love sitting out on that lawnmower. But every time,
just like smelling fresh,
you get a certain glow about you when
I love it,
man. About lawn care.
I don't know where it comes from. My dad was not a fucking lawn guy. Like, he wasn't out there, measuring the rainfall and measuring soil. Like, he was not that guy. So I don't know where the fuck I got this weird lawn care bug from, but dude, that's my happy place, man. I'm out there weed whacking and mowing to like fucking listening to some metal music and shit, and that's my happy place for like 2 hours on a Wednesday every week, is out there just fucking cutting grass. And it sucks balls, don't get me wrong, in the middle of the summer when you're cutting grass and it's heat index is 105, but that's still my happy place, man. I enjoy it. I don't know why.
But
fucking
weird. When I hear you talking about it, it just reminds me of that daggone Progressive or Allstate commercial where they say lawn care is not a hobby.
It's totally a hobby.
Yeah,
totally a hobby. I'll have to find his name. There's a guy, I think he's in Georgia, that I follow. I think his name's like Lawn Care Daddy, but he's fucking hilarious, dude. And he's out there like he grows that I forget the name of the grass, but it's that really short shit that they have on like putting greens. That's the variety of grass he grows. And that motherfucker's out there at like 6 a.m. with a push broom, like brushing the dew off it so it doesn't get like, fungus growing on it. And his wife gives him shit, but he's got this really successful like Facebook page and YouTube channel now where he just documents the silly shit he does, dude. That's my dream goal. If I could just record videos of me cutting the lawn and doing stupid shit out in the yard, I'd be set.
Right on. Well, all right.
All right. Is that it?
That's it. I don't have anything else. You have anything else?
That's a wrap.
Yo. What's happening? Baby boys and baby girls. G. Sledding through to bless the mic. Now check it out. You tune in the time to dad, where the real ones keep it 100 about fatherhood, football, and all that life throws at us. These dads ain't just talking. They dropping game, laughing through the chaos, and showing love like only pops can do. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, maybe some wings, maybe some chili. You feel me? And let's get into the show, nephew. It's time to dad. For shit.
That was great. I'm gonna snip that and move it to the front as the intro of the episode.
Yeah, I think so.
That's fucking funny. All right, we've bored you all long enough with our fall talk. Thank you guys for hanging out with us on another episode of Time to Dad. I hope you something in the episode brought you some joy or you enjoyed listening to. But yeah, leave us a comment on the video, like and subscribe to catch the future episodes, and join us on the Time to Dad Facebook group and hang out and talk with us there. But we appreciate you guys being here, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.
Later.